Alright, what's going on, guys? From the project, aka David Rivera, back at it again in here for the video. Of course, as always, I'm not alone. Got Mr. Brother Boston Fan in here.
Yep, Bostonfan79V1. Go check out my channel. What is the good word, Brother David? And thank you for having me here today.
Yeah.
And what's the topic for discussion today for all our wonderful subscribers, all of your wonderful subscribers?
Indeed.
What are we going to be talking about today?
Well, for today, of course, it seems like we have been having some tag videos going along.
We have indeed.
Yeah, so we have one more to end things off for the weekend on the Super Bowl Fun Day Sunday, if you will.
Super Bowl Fun Day Sunday. Who are you going with in the Super Bowl, by the way?
Well, if you may ask, I'm going for your Pats.
Damn straight.
Sunday.
Strive for 5, baby.
Yes, going for the win. So we'll see what happens later on. But for today, we got a little video response to Mr. Leduc.
Brother Leduc.
Leduc. So, for today, he basically had top 10 current superstars right now in WWE.
Okay, so yeah, top 10 favorite WWE superstars at the moment.
Indeed.
Okay, so without further ado, Brother David, what's your number one?
Well,
do you have these going in order?
They're not really any particular order when it comes to the type of list. So, I do have them right here on the phone here on my notes.
And I have absolutely nothing to go by except for this.
Alright, so actually it wasn't really that hard. So I'm going to start off from all the way to the bottom. We'll work our way up. And coming in for the first one, we got Sasha Banks, the boss. We have some women's wrestlers in here. And Sasha Banks has to be on this list, definitely. She's worked her ass off ever since NXT, had a lot of great matches, and now she's on the main roster, especially feeling with Charlotte Flair and everything, with the crazy, amazing feud that they had throughout 2016. Just having some crazy-ass matches to the Hell in a Cell, to either the Street Fight, if you will, everything else in between. You name it, they pretty much did it.
Right. Well, for my, this, again, is going in no particular order whatsoever.
That's fine.
But, as a number 10 spot, Finn Balor.
That's a good pick right there.
I like Finn Balor, and I miss him, and I can't wait to the day that he returns. I don't know if it's going to be at WrestleMania, or if it's going to be, hopefully a little bit before that, so he can be built up into something for Mania, but Finn Balor.
Alright, good pick. So I'll continue on moving along into what's next on the list with Sasha Banks. Gotta go with the Queen, Charlotte Flair. The Duke, I'm pretty sure you saw this one coming. So
hail the Queen! Hail the Queen!
So say it with me, hail the Queen.
Hail the Queen!
I'm sure I have a lot to say about that, but I digress.
Yep.
But Charlotte Flair, yeah, definitely one of my favorites. Of course, love the Queen, especially what she's doing now. Don't really mind her heel or face. To me, I pretty much enjoy her just for the way that she is. And especially with, of course, going back to NXT, had a lot of cool matches. Has some matches with Natalia, of course, most really with Sasha Banks, and everything else in between. But I go at it is I enjoy more of her in-work more than anything else, and that's where she really shines. So Charlotte Flair, the Queen, is on this list.
She's superior. She's a genetically gifted athlete.
And a franchise player.
Yep.
There you go.
So for me, number 9, Bray Wyatt.
Okay.
I love the guy's promos. I think he's very underrated. I think he's been underutilized since day one. I think he is one of those types of guys that will capture your heart, much like Roddy Piper used to do, much like Jake the Snake used to do. And he's just got that presence, that aura around him. So for me, number 9, Bray Wyatt.
Alright, and maybe Mr. Bray Wyatt will be coming with us March 26th when we go see the house show.
That could be very possible. Cannot wait to see it.
Yeah.
Because he's been at all the other ones we've been to, so definitely always something to look forward to with him.
Yeah. So we will see on that. Then the next guy that's on this one, and we got Mr. Shinsuke Nakamura.
Shinsuke! Shinsuke!
How to do that. Yes, Shinsuke Nakamura, his entrance alone is amazing, especially with his matches, his most recent one with Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship. So yeah, can't go wrong with Shinsuke. I can't wait to see him on the main roster. I haven't seen a whole lot of him when he was in New Japan Pro Wrestling, just only a little bit, but I've seen most of his stuff so far in NXT and it has been awesome. So Shinsuke most definitely has to be on this list.
Wow, unbelievable. Number 8.
And who do you got?
Sami Zayn. I don't care what anybody says. I like Sami Zayn. I think he's a great wrestler. I think he's a bit of a wild child inside the ring, but that's what makes him unique. His wrestling ability, he's just one of those types of guys, kind of like a Tito Santana, if you will. He's a fan favorite. With or without a belt, he's good for me. So, for me, Sami Zayn is at number 8.
Not too shabby. Good choice right there. Can't go wrong with Sami Zayn. And with Sami Zayn, moving on to me, we got the glorious one, Bobby Roode, the current NXT champion. And who would have thought, too, like, transitioning from TNA, basically doing everything there, going to NXT, and being as the glorious one, especially with his entrance, and he'll let you know how glorious he is, especially once he's in that ring. And just seeing that transition is really cool. So I would really like to see him on the main roster sometime soon. So Bobby Roode, of course, living the dream, having the dream come true as being NXT champion.
Definitely a good pick. Number 7. Yeah, I'm going to go with Bobby Roode as well, because he just, that one word that captured NXT by storm and lit it on fire. Glorious. No, I won't give in. No, I won't give in till I'm victorious.
That's catchy ass song.
It's very catchy. Yeah. Love it. So, for me, yeah, definitely can't go wrong with Bobby Roode. I've been following Bobby Roode since TNA. Okay, loved him in TNA. Good guy or bad guy, with with or without James Storm in Beer Money. Yeah. So yeah. Number 7, Bobby Roode.
Alright, so going up the list from Bobby Roode, we got the Samoan Submission Machine, otherwise known as Samoa Joe, who most recently made his debut on Raw. And with that being said, I got a phone call right now, so I don't know if I should really
from a Mr. Simon Nicol.
But we'll actually hold on that for just a little bit. But yeah, Samoa Joe is actually on this list, and he's not your typical heel. I will say that. He's a badass. He knows how to get the job done.
But he injures people.
Well, unfortunately,
Tyson Kidd, and now Seth Rollins.
Yeah. So hopefully he won't be like that. I mean, it sucks to see someone like that happen to them, but we'll see what happens. I mean, even though he is kind of like that, but Samoa Joe is still a badass to me, and that's why he's on this list.
Yeah, definitely. Coming in at number 6, because we're on number 6.
Yes.
I think I myself will go with the boss.
Boss, yeah.
Sasha Banks.
Why not?
To me, she's kind of, right up there. Even though the WWE really hasn't given her a good title run with the belt.
Yeah.
But she was a very dominant NXT Women's Champion, and can't ask for anything better. Love the Banks statement. She's a good character. Mm-hmm. All around, just an awesome presence.
Yeah.
Going with Sasha Banks.
Alright. So, from there, as I go on into with the list here, we got the Lunatic Fringe. That's right, Dean Ambrose. Have to go with Dean Ambrose, definitely for sure. The current Intercontinental Champion at this time on SmackDown Live, and just having it be right there. He's the Lunatic. He gets the job done, of course, each and every time. He has himself, you know, prepared and ready to go each and every time. So yeah, Samoa Joe, guys like that, and Dean Ambrose have to be on there too.
Without question. Without question. We're at number 5.
Number 5.
I'm going with...
Really? That's a shocker.
John Cena.
Yeah.
Well, no, I've always liked John Cena.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, I mean, there have been days I'm not going to be a hypocrite. There are days I've complained about him a little bit, here and there. But, you know, he strikes a chord with people. I think he's been just a great wrestler through the years. I think he's, you know, I mean, he's not, I mean, when I say great wrestler, I mean, like, for the type of wrestler that he is, and let's not forget, he has evolved, okay?
Yeah, especially throughout last
we
year
haven't,
now.
we haven't seen him do that springboard stunner, but that move he did on AJ Styles, that sunset flip, whoosh, was just so fluid.
That was badass.
It was. So at number 5, my pick, John Cena himself. You can't see me.
Alright, so moving up the list, continuing things on. From Dean Ambrose, might I have Seth Rollins?
Seth Rollins?
Yes. Now, I know Seth Rollins is basically out for a little bit, so wishing him the very best in a speedy recovery. But yeah, always enjoyed Seth Rollins, especially with him and Dean Ambrose being a part of the Shield when they first debuted, and they're a really awesome stable. Kind of like a little reminiscent from Evolution type of style. But yeah, it was actually really cool to see Seth Rollins each and every time. So we'll see what happens with him come WrestleMania. But with that being said, yes, Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose both have to be on the list.
Cool, cool, cool. Okay, number 4 for me. I'm going with...
Beat up for the drum roll.
Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens Show.
Yep, the Kevin Owens Show. You know, I mean, a lot of people don't like him just because he's fat. But you know what? I don't mind him. I think he's a good wrestler. I think he's played a good character along with Mr. Chris Jericho.
Yes.
And
best friends.
Yeah, the best friends. We're the best friends that anybody could have.
There you go.
And so,
that's so true.
Yeah, Kevin Owens. I think he's absolutely awesome.
All right. So from KO, we go to KO again, because KO is also on my list. And yeah, what pretty much more is there that hasn't been said about Kevin Owens, current Universal Champion right now, and everything. And with him, with the whole Kevin Owens show, I think it's really cool, very catchy. With that being said, I actually turned into a segment too on the show, like the highlight reel, which is pretty cool. So yeah, Kevin Owens, I really enjoyed him ever since Ring of Honor. Seen a bit of his stuff, and then having him in WWE is pretty cool when he faced John Cena, guys like that, to see where things are going. Of course, who could forget the feud between him and Sami Zayn?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, Kevin Owens definitely on this list, and it's really cool that he's with Chris Jericho on top of that.
Yep. So yeah, definitely in at number 3 for me, Kevin Owens' best friend, Chris Jericho.
Y2J.
Yep, because he's funny, always has been funny, always has been a good character. He's always evolved through the years. He's not the biggest, he's not the strongest,
Not exactly.
but he's definitely one of the best mid-card wrestlers. Also, let's not forget, he's the very first undisputed heavyweight champion in WWE. So, for me, Mr. The List, Mr. Y2J, Chris Jericho, you stupid idiot.
You just made the list.
You just made the list.
Our list. Well, your list, really.
Anyway, he just made the list.
It's a good list. But yes, from Chris Jericho, that's really awesome there. I would actually put him not only as currently, but of all time for Chris Jericho. But that's
absolutely, yeah, without question, all time.
Indeed. So for top 2 here, we got the next one. Number 2 is Sami and Zayn. Sami Zayn, definitely amazing. Again, a guy that I've seen, a couple matches in Ring of Honor, and then in WWE, I see most of his matches, of course, with his feud with Kevin Owens, like I mentioned before. And the character is really good, and the emotion that he has with him too is actually really awesome. So yeah, Sami Zayn, definitely on the list.
Fantastic, Brother David. In at number 2 for me, the Queen herself, Charlotte Flair.
Definitely.
The Queen,
has to be.
the franchise player,
Yes.
the current reigning and defending Raw Women's Champion.
Gotta love it.
Once again, all hail the Queen.
Yes.
Special shout out to the Queen.
For Charlotte. So, numero uno, if you will, we got the phenomenal one. AJ Styles, of course. I've been waiting for him to be in WWE for so long. Seen him everywhere he went. Whether it be TNA, a little bit of NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, so on and so forth. And to see him debut in WWE, be in the Royal Rumble match, and to be able to try and win it. He did have a nice showing, I will say that, even though he didn't win it. But eventually things will get better. He had a feud with Chris Jericho, eventually won the title, and now is known as the face that runs the place. Well,
too bad he's not the champ that runs the camp anymore.
Yeah, but we can still call him the champ that runs the camp, but he will be pretty soon, I'm sure, once again. So, of course, AJ is on this list too.
Yep, and you know, if we had a top 15 going, AJ Styles would be in it for me, but my number 1 pick, my overall number 1 draft pick, David, I'm going to let you guess as to who my number 1 pick is.
Roman Reigns? Randy Orton?
Becky Lynch.
Ah.
Straight fire.
That person. Yes, Becky Lynch.
Damn straight. Yes. Becky Lynch is my number 1 pick because my heart melts every time I see her. She's definitely a great wrestler. I think the WWE screwed her over when they decided to put the title on the Thunder Bitch. I want to keep it reasonably nice for your channel, Brother David.
That's okay.
Or else I will just let it fly on mine.
That's all right.
But yeah, in at number 1 for me, Becky Lynch.
Yeah, it's crazy now they're actually turning us against each other with Mickie James being now in the mix. Otherwise, I would have added her too, but she's more of a...
Yeah, I'm gonna kick his ass right now.
All right. The belt's on the line. So
the belt's on the line. Your Intercontinental title's on the line. I'm taking that thing home with me.
Yeah, and we'll see about that.
I know, right?
But yeah, that about does it for Mr. Raphael Leduc on your video response.
Leduc!
Yes, Leduc.
Thank you for the tag video, brother.
Yeah, so hopefully you enjoy this list. You know, basically speaks for itself. And with that being said, have fun with these each and every time. So that was our list. What are your lists? Leave the comments down below.
And don't forget to subscribe to Brother David.
Yes, and to Brother Boston Fan. If you haven't been subbed already, continue to support each and every time. It's been dope and badass. But until then, we will definitely be back. Of course, like I mentioned, we got the house show pretty soon in March, which will be awesome.
Yep, can't wait for that. And we're having our WrestleMania party.
Yes, so that's going to be freaking amazing. So with that being said, we will catch you guys in the next video, whenever the hell that may be.
Yep.
Peace.